slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
With another YouTube video, and today I want to talk to you guys about just reputation with yourself, self-esteem. Your self-esteem is simply just your reputation with yourself. Are you breaking your word to yourself, or are you following your word and following your conscience? Because guys, the answers, all of our answers that we're looking for, they exist within us. They don't exist in this external world. They exist within us. And as long as you listen to your conscience, you're gonna be good. The answers will come to you. God, the universe will give you the answers. But if you keep covering it up with pornography, with drugs, with alcohol, with food, you're not gonna get the answer. You're gonna continue to go through pain, and you're going to make the pain more and more amplified because it just grows. Because deep down, you know that you should not be operating that way. We all have the truth within us, and the truth is gonna be spoken to us through our conscience. So guys, like for me, I've talked about this before, like my relationship with Allie was a shit show because I was not holding my word to myself. So what ended up happening was I would project that negativity I was cultivating within myself onto her. And it was just causing chaos in our relationship, amplifying problems. It was causing me to feel more and more like shit about myself because I knew the truth. I knew I should own up to my own actions. I knew I should hold myself accountable. And that's the thing, is I kept escaping it. And the byproduct of that was just amplifying the problems. So we would fight constantly, like every other day would be a problem. And the fights would last for days, sometimes even a week. Like it was insane. And the thing is I said, let me do this. I know things are a shit show between me and her right now, but I'm gonna just create my best self. And I'm gonna see I'm gonna see if I'm the problem or not. I'm gonna see just by me creating my best self, right? Before making any rash decisions or anything like that, let me create my best fucking self. So that's what I did. I got disciplined with my nutrition. I started holding my word to myself with my workouts. I started getting up early, doing all the things that I respect in another man. I started outwardly living those characteristics, those actions. And guys, as a byproduct, as I became better, my relationship improved. I started to see the best in Allie. I saw the best in my life. I saw opportunities instead of problems. Like, my perspective changed. And that's why that quote, man, the world is not as it is, the world is as you are, is so important. And I live by that quote. Whenever I'm faced with a problem, I go into my personal development process, my program. And that's what's going to be the saving grace, you guys. You guys are out there struggling. Hit the floor. Do some push-ups. Do some burpees. Sit down with a pen and paper and write down all the physical characteristics that you respect in another man. What do they look like? How do they act? What's their schedule like? Write down their actions, how they look, all this. Have it all in front of you on a piece of paper. And then become that individual. Are they in shape? Chances are they are. I could bet you money that they are, because there's not one person that's going to wake up tomorrow morning wishing they were more out of shape. It's just not going to fucking happen. So where I would start is, if I were you guys, just start holding your word to yourself with the proper macronutrients, proteins, carbs, and fats. Holding your word to yourself with the proper macros. Holding your word to yourself with your gym schedule, your workout routine. And then focusing on extinguishing all vices. Whatever it is. If it's pornography, if it's drinking, if it's eating excessively. And whenever you have those temptations to go into those vices, the way you deal with that and move on from that and grow is you bang out some burpees, you bang out another workout, you go for a run, you go for a jog, you do some push-ups, you go harder into the personal development process of the workouts and the nutrition. And in doing that and going harder and intensifying those workouts, you're talking positively to yourself while you're crushing that workout, while you're eating those proper macros. And guess what you're doing? You're solidifying the core belief that you are in control, not your vices. And you're building a better body on top of it. You're in control. This is how you do it, you guys. You don't do it by escaping. That's so weak. And what you're doing is you're making your life harder. And it takes accountability to be able to see this. You have to drop the ego. You have to be honest with yourself and be honest with your current position and say, I'm not where I want to be. I don't like the way that I look. I do find myself comparing to other men at the beach, and I wish I looked like them. That's good. Use that. Use that, because that's your conscience telling you you need to step up your fitness game. That's your conscience telling you that you've been slacking. Like, bro, you have to be honest with yourself in order to master yourself. Self-mastery is going to require self-honesty. You cannot master your emotions and strengthen your weaknesses if you're not even able to open up and admit your weaknesses. Do you understand? People live their whole lives without ever admitting they're wrong, without ever admitting their weaknesses. And the byproduct of that is a life they could have lived. Don't be that guy. Start today. Start holding your word to yourself. And don't talk about it. Don't make a vision board. Don't just like spend so much time like over analyzing and overthinking. Just think about, what does this person that I respect, the 10.0 version of myself, what do they do? What do they look like? And that's it. You spend time doing those tasks. And I promise you guys, you're going to increase your confidence. I promise you, you're going to love yourself. And I promise you, you're going to start to see opportunities in your life. You're going to have a clear perspective on when to make certain decisions and when not to. Your self-talk, your body, your way of thinking all changes as a byproduct of changing what you do, not what you say. You can't force anybody to be a certain way, but you can force yourself to be a certain way. And when you force yourself to be disciplined, stronger, more kind to yourself and to others, your life changes. You don't go externally. You don't look for it in your significant other. You don't look for it in your friends. You don't look for it in cars. You don't look for it in this external world. You have to cultivate these things within yourself. You validate yourself. That's how you do it. And then your exterior shapes accordingly. You are where you are because of your standards. As you improve yourself, your standards, your norm, what you consider normal, starts to elevate and increase. And that's how your life improves. Do you see? It's through you. It's not through you physically changing it. It's through you being honest with yourself, focusing on your weaknesses, and then doing the proper actions to strengthen them. And you're just strengthening you. You're upgrading you, because you take you everywhere you go. Doesn't matter how much shit you got. Doesn't matter how nice your car is. Doesn't matter like how hot your girl is. All that matters is you, your relationship with you. And I promise you, you will have more peace in your life. See, I'm after peace. I'm not after happiness as much. Happiness is nice when it comes, but then it goes. It's like the clouds in the sky. Peace, that stays based on your actions. Things are going to happen in this life that are not in your control. But if you can master all the things that are under your control, all the things that aren't won't even matter to you. This is how we elevate. This is how we grow. And this is how we create our 10.0 self. Let's get it.